Chapter 5, The Realization. Welcome to Chapter 5, where the journey takes an unexpected turn. Ocean is about to uncover something extraordinary that will change not just her life, but possibly the lives of many others. What Ocean discovers will make you question just how powerful the human mind can be. The narrow street where the inn was located felt more like a hidden alleyway, one of those secret paths you stumble upon in a new city. But here in St. Martin, these alleyways were the heart of the community. They bustled with life, with the front doors of houses, shops, and restaurants all facing the narrow street. The cobblestone underfoot was worn smooth from the countless steps of locals and tourists alike. The air was thick with the scent of grilled seafood, fresh bread, and the occasional hint of ocean salt carried in by the breeze. Ocean had packed up her towel and decided to wash off the sand from her beach day. She dashed back to the ocean, knowing full well she'd have to walk through the sand again to get back to the road. The sun was beginning to dip toward the horizon, casting long shadows across the beach and turning the water into a shimmering canvas of gold and orange. As she stepped into the ocean, a familiar jolt of energy shot through her, this time stronger than before. It was as if the water was calling her, welcoming her home. She walked deeper into the ocean, letting the cool water wash over her legs, then her waist. The deeper she went, the more at peace she felt. There was something about the ocean that made her feel grounded, connected. Normally, Ocean never felt tied to any one place. Her curiosity and wonderment made her feel like the whole world was her playground. But this was different. The ocean embraced her in a way that no place had before. It felt like home, in a way that was comforting and a little unsettling at the same time. As the afternoon light began to fade, more people started arriving at the beach. Ocean loved being around people, observing them from a distance. She found joy in watching how they interacted with the world, each other, and themselves. A group of middle-aged friends waded into the water near her, the men rolling up their pant legs and the women holding up their summer dresses. The ocean, in its playful way, splashed up to soak the men's khakis, despite their best efforts to keep them dry. Ocean couldn't help but smile, secretly rooting for the water to win its battle against the stubborn fabric. Standing just far enough away to not be mistaken as part of the group, Ocean watched as one of the men, Mr. Wet Khakis, as she'd mentally dubbed him, started walking in her direction. His pants, now a dark shade from the knees down, clung to his legs as the ocean claimed victory. He seemed lost in thought, his brows furrowed in frustration. Then, out of nowhere, he blurted, "How am I supposed to get clients? I've told everyone about my new coaching business, but all I get are people signing up for the free sessions. And it's such a mix of people, dads in midlife crises, moms with toddler troubles." "Who cares?" Ocean was taken aback. He hadn't even said hello. But small talk wasn't her thing either, so she responded without hesitation, "Oh, that's easy. You need to do market research to find your perfect audience, Mr. Wet Khakis stared at her, wide-eyed, as if she'd just revealed the secrets of the universe. "Excuse me?" he stammered. "I said, you need to do market research. That'll help you figure out the best niche for your coaching business," she repeated, her tone matter of fact. He continued to stare at her, looking as though he'd seen a ghost. His mouth opened and closed as if he wanted to say something but couldn't find the words. "Ah, okay, you're welcome," Ocean muttered as she started making her way back to shore, a little unnerved by his reaction. Before she could get out of the water, a young woman, probably in her early 20s, approached her. The girl looked desperate, her eyes darting around as if searching for answers in the sea. "I've been trying all summer to sell my jewelry at the market," she said, almost to herself. "But I'm lucky if I get one sale. There are so many vendors selling the same jewelry. It feels impossible to stand out." Ocean, still processing her encounter with Mr. Wet Khakis, gave a quick reply. "If your jewelry table is among other vendors, you're in a red ocean. You have limited brand awareness and need to drive traffic to your booth. You have to give shoppers a reason to skip the other vendors and come to find you. The young woman stopped in her tracks, her face going pale as she stared at Ocean. It was the same look Mr. Wet Khakis had given her, a mix of shock and disbelief. Ocean brushed it off, thinking the sun and ocean were making her more generous with her business advice than usual. But as she walked past 2 restaurants and 3 shops on her way back to the inn, it happened again. I'm going to have to take my course down. I'm paying for it to be on that site and running Facebook ads, but I'm not getting any sales, a short, heavy-set woman with a little afro said out loud. She was wearing an orange and white dress that looked comfortable and loose, almost like a muumuu. I can see that people are clicking my link, but they're not buying. What should I do? Ocean paused, sensing the pattern now. Have you tried offering a limited-time discount or a free trial to encourage sign-ups? She suggested. The woman blinked at her, mouth agape, clearly astonished by elOcin's response. She didn't even ask how Ocean knew what she was thinking. She just nodded slowly, as if the idea had never occurred to her before. As Ocean approached the inn, she was feeling both energized and a little overwhelmed. Why were these people suddenly sharing their business struggles with her? And why did they all look at her like she was some sort of mind reader? She was almost at the inn's entrance when she passed a man standing by the door, fidgeting with a set of keys. His expression was tense, and he muttered under his breath, "I'm so tired of this. I keep pouring money into my online store, but nothing's working. What am I doing wrong?" Ocean turned to him, a strange feeling washing over her. "You might need to reassess your marketing strategy," she said, her voice cautious but confident. "Focus on what makes your products unique, and make sure your website is optimized for conversions. Maybe try some new social media platforms or influencer partnerships." The man's eyes widened in shock. He stepped closer, his voice trembling. How did you know that?" "I didn't say anything out loud." Ocean froze. "What do you mean?" she asked, her heart starting to race. "I was thinking it," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "I was thinking it, but I didn't say it." "How did you know?" Suddenly, everything clicked. The strange looks, the ghostly expressions, the fact that everyone she'd spoken to had reacted like she'd just read their minds, because she had. Somehow, she was hearing their thoughts. "No, you must have said it out loud," she stammered, trying to rationalize the impossible. But the man shook his head, his eyes locked on hers. "I swear, I didn't. I was just thinking about my business struggles." "You knew exactly what I was thinking. How is that even possible?" And there you have it. Ocean's world has just shifted in ways she never imagined. The random encounters with strangers on the beach have hinted at a new, mind-bending ability. But what does this mean for her future? Will this newfound power bring her closer to understanding herself, or will it lead her to trouble? Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter, where we dive even further into Ocean's unfolding mystery.